What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Robski, and I am live here. It is March 21st, 2019. I just want to talk about a couple of things that have worked for me. There's several things that I want to go over and um, things that I'm currently learning. So I just want to let you guys know that I did do intermittent fasting, and in the last year, I've lost around 50 pounds and not haven't increased my physical activity that much. So if you're an average person simply trying to just flat out lose weight, I would recommend intermittent fasting. Now, I've also lost a little bit of strength I've noticed in the gym, however, so I'm going to kind of mix up and do something else. This is March, by the way, and March is one of my favorite months. We have NCAA basketball going on. In my opinion, the best sporting event that this country has to offer. I like the tournament better than the Super Bowl, even. I think it was a year ago that KJ Mara and the mighty UMBC Retrievers beat Virginia and upset, and hopefully we'll see something like that this year. If KJ Mara happens to be listening to this, I hope that he's doing well, and I hope that he knows that he's pretty big inspiration for me personally. I don't know the young man, but the performance he gave was nothing short of inspiring last year. So let's go to diets here, and diets and workouts. Okay, there are now with the internet and with people. And with the knowledge that we have, okay, there are, in my opinion, is no really wrong way to work out as far as, like, if you're going to be a weight lifter, good. If you're going to be a marathon runner, good. If you're going to be a swimmer, good. Okay, so all these activities are physical. So as long as you're going to be physical, that's good. Okay, that is better than not being physical. Now, you got to understand, though, when it comes to training for a specific purpose, then we're going to get into details of what needs to be done. Okay. So what you're going to learn is that everybody works. I mean, a lot of people, more people than I think, are now getting into working out. Some people don't. Some people do. Some people are into diets. And everybody thinks that their way is the absolute correct way, especially you talk to like CrossFit, for example. They think that their way is the only way. Now, CrossFit is a very good training program, and I do like CrossFit. I think it trains everybody for life very well. But again, there are many different gyms, many different types to do. What individual needs to understand, and what I'm finding out, is that there's not necessarily a correlation between how well you do in the gym and how much money you're making. For example, I can bench press over 400 pounds. It has not given me the success that I desire. Okay. I've seen to have more success by fasting and losing weight. People seem to care more about that because, let's be honest, they do care about appearances. I'm not as appearance motivated. Okay. I'm more performance motivated, which brings me to my next point. I had a trip over to Vancouver, Washington a week ago. Worked with a guy again. I've worked with this guy for a while named Ryan Paul. Great trainer. I feel like he's top notch. But again, he really wasn't on board to work on this particular project that I want to work on. So everybody out in YouTube land realized that when it comes to working out and training, you really need to understand what the objectives are, because there's many different types of athletes, many different types of events that are going on. Okay. As far as careers go, it's the same deal. Now that things have blown up, there's many different paths to get to the right career for you, and I'm finding this out. Like I said, I have a bachelor's degree. I've been a college graduate since 2008, and I've kind of just been floating around for the last 10 years, 11 years or whatever. I haven't really became somebody, haven't really moved up the dominance hierarchy, if you guys are into Jordan Peterson. So again, you're going to have outside influences telling you stuff. Just a second here. Hey, I'm doing a video here. But it's kind of funny. Go ahead and let's shut the door real quick.
Hey, it looks good, dude.
Yeah, thanks. But again, you know, it really is about being objective focused. Okay. So me, when I train and I work out, I'm more performance focused. Try to be more of like a guy like Cameron Haynes, guy like that. He doesn't work out for a look. He works out for a specific purpose, which is running down animals and killing them and hunting. A couple of things. I've worked a bunch of different jobs. Guys, if you haven't been to Boise, Idaho in the spring or the fall, I really believe that you're missing out. A lot of things going on in the NFL right now, as always, with trading. We got Major League Baseball going. I also did some work talked to a couple Driveline guys on my trip over to Seattle and Portland, looking at that information. So right now I'm back in Boise, Idaho. I'm going to be here to stay pretty much, but I am looking to get better with my craft. Anyways, again, keep that in mind. You know, and another thing I want to talk about is, again, the whole comparing yourself to others. Okay, I'm about 6'1", and I'm considered I'm larger than average. Okay, I'm a taller and I'm bigger than average human being, but I'm not the biggest guy, and I'm not necessarily the strongest guy. Relative to general population, I'm bigger and stronger than average. But I've trained, I've worked out with people, I've worked out with older people, younger people. It's all like we're just thrown into one mix. It's like you go through the system, you go through high school and college, and you're put into categories, and all of a sudden you're out, and then it's like it doesn't end. I mean, the people that were involved in sports, they tend to work out. And you just don't change as you age. You just, you move on to a different phase of life. So I think that my takeaway is I think it's good to be competitive. I think that you need to, go for your maximum genetic potential, but realize that, like, I was working with a guy who's 6'8", right? And he was talking about how like 7-footers towered over him. So it just never ends, Everything in life is relative. Wealth, size, height, attractiveness, it's all relative. And so that's why just focus up on yourself and get yourself better. Anyways, I hope you guys keep listening to me. Stay motivated, stay positive, and this is Robski out.